welcome. Today we're going to do a video for skaters. So obviously I decided to bring two of the fabulous skaters here at Florida Hospital Sunrise in Florida. This is Zoe, and she is currently national champion in pairs, intermediate pairs. And this is Ali, and she is an up-and-coming Italian competitor. So they're both skaters. They've both been practicing yoga for quite a while, almost a year now. So, and they actually just did yoga before this, so they're warmed up and ready to go. This is a practice that you would probably do after you skate, so make sure you don't do this before because you're going to be like, you know, really melty. But it's a general stretch class that you can do any day, anywhere. If you do have blocks, you can use them. If you don't have blocks, but you have a Harry Potter book or two, those also work. And Ali is going to be doing the more mild version, so if you're feeling a little tighter or you're not as flexible. And Zoe's going to be doing the advanced versions of things. So, all right, let's go. We're going to begin in a hands and knees position. So the hands are going to be right under the shoulders and the knees as wide as your hips. From here, we're going to do a few cat-cows. As you inhale, lower your belly down, lift your bum up, lift your chest, look up. And as you exhale, round your spine as much as you can and look towards your belly button, pressing the hands into the floor. Inhale, coming up, cow pose. And exhale, rounding for cat. One more, inhale. And exhale. Good, coming into a flat back. As you inhale, reach your right leg behind you. Make sure that you keep your hips square. So if you want to, you can flex your foot and make sure that your pinky toe is pointing down towards the floor, that your hips are even. Now you can stay here, which is what Ali is going to do, or if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you're going to lift your left arm forward. Engaging the core here. And if you want to take it a little deeper, watch Zoe again. She's going to bend the knee and grab the foot with the left hand. Keep your ribs engaged, lifting up. And as you exhale, bring the hand down if you lifted it and bring the knee down next to the left. Let's do two cat-cows again. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, round. Inhale, lift, cow pose. Exhale, round. Come into a flat back. This time bring the left leg back. Once again, flexing the foot if that feels good, and making sure that your hips are square and your belly is pulled in. You can stay there or lift your right arm forward. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, maybe you want to bend the knee and grab the foot with the right hand. Lift up the leg. Keep engaging through your core. And as you exhale, release the foot, release the leg next to the left. From here, we're going to make a few circles with our hips. So you're going to start moving the hips around the knees. And you can make your circles as big or as small as feels good on your body. Making sure you continue to breathe through the exercise. And when you're ready, just switch directions. And when you're doing this exercise, you can always pause if you feel a lot of pressure in a certain point, or you can just keep doing even circles if that feels better. Inhale, slowly coming to center, bringing the hands a little bit forward, tucking your toes under, and lifting the hips up for a downward facing dog. Now in downward facing dog, there's a chance your heels don't touch the floor. If that's the case, that's okay. You just want to make sure you're pressing them down. You want to lengthen through your spine. You want to widen through the collarbones. Bend the right knee as you inhale and extend the left heel to the floor. And as you exhale, switch. Bend the left knee, extend the right heel towards the floor. Keep lengthening through your spine, relax the head, and keep spreading the fingers or pressing the hands onto the floor. Bend the right and extend the left as you inhale. And switch. One more time, bend the left, extend the right. And make sure that you're really breathing when you're doing these exercises. Extend both heels towards the floor. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Make sure that you are keeping the shoulders square, and as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose and your shoulders over your wrists, rounding the spine slightly. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, once again, your knee comes to touch your nose. Round through the back slightly. Last one, inhale, lifting up, really engage the core. And exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. This time, step your right foot in between the hands and bring the left knee onto the floor. Good. From here, we're gonna go back and forth a little bit. You can keep the hands on the floor. Remember, if your hands don't touch the floor, you can use your blocks and place them under the hands. As you inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, come into a half split. Press your hips back, and you wanna make sure you're really flexing your right toes up. And once again, if this is a little bit too much, place the blocks under your hands. Inhale, come forward into your lunge. Exhale, press your hips back. One more time, inhale, coming forward. And exhale, pressing back. Good, keep your left hand on the floor and reach your right arm up for a twist. Make sure you're breathing. If you're not breathing, you're gonna turn blue. That's not good. Lovely, bring the hand down to the floor. Press your hips forward into your lunge again, and this time scoop the arms all the way up. Keep the belly in, make sure that your hips are square and they're not opening, so your left hip is really pushing forward. Good, reach the arms behind you, interlace the fingers behind your back. Lift your chest and maybe you look back. If that's not available to you, don't look back. Make sure that you keep pulling up and lifting with your core. Exhale, bring the hands down. And step back into three-legged dog. So you're going to tuck your left toes onto the floor, lift the left knee off the floor, and then scoop the right leg up. Here you can open the hip as much as feels good and start to bend that right knee so where it's reaching towards your sit bones. You can stay here, which is what Ali is going to do, or if you want to flip over into Wild Thing, just slowly drop your left leg behind the right and open your chest. Your left leg is going to be straight and your right leg is going to be bent. Make sure wherever you are, you're breathing and you're lifting through your ribs. Breathing in. And if you came into Wild Thing, slowly start bringing yourself back into a plank. So Ali, release the leg, shift the weight forward, come into plank. Now here, we're going to do a little bit of core work, a little bit of strength. So as you exhale, lower down, we're going to do 3 push-ups. 1 and 2. Remember, you can keep your knees on the floor if you need to. And 3. This time, come all the way down to your belly. Bring your hands as wide as your mat. The fingertips are on the floor. Inhale, push up into Cobra. Keep the shoulders down and back. And exhale, lower. Inhale, coming up, keep the elbows pressing in, and exhale, lower. This time, interlace the fingers behind your back. Try to bring the toes to touch, and Ali is going to do version 1, where she only will lift the chest, and Zoe is going to lift the chest and the feet. Inhale deep, and exhale, lift. If when you lift, you can try to bring the arms away from your bum, go ahead and do so. Keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. And exhale, lower down. Make a little pillow with your hands. Move your hips a little bit side to side if that feels good on your back. And we'll go ahead and do everything on the other side. So press yourselves up into downward dog again. Remember to lengthen through the spine, press the fingertips onto the floor. So maybe step your feet a little bit closer towards your hands. Great. Lift your left leg up as you inhale. And bring your knee to your nose and your shoulders over your wrists as you exhale. Breathe in, inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Last one, lift up, inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. This time, step the left foot between the hands and drop the right knee to the floor. Good, find length in your spine here. Square the hips to the front. Remember, you can place blocks under the hands. And exhale, press your hips back, come into half split. The toes are pointing up towards your face. The hips are square. And if you can fold over the left leg, go ahead and do so. Inhale, coming forward into your lunge. Lift your chest. Exhale, press back for your half split. One more. Inhale, coming forward for your lunge. Exhale, press back, half split. Keep your right hand on the floor and lift your left arm up for a twist. Trying to keep your balance here, trying to open the shoulders. So sometimes bringing the right hand a little bit more out helps open the shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Press the hips forward for your lunge and then scoop the arms up. Good. Try to press the hips as low and as forward as feels good, and at the same time keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. Palms are facing towards each other, and if you want to try to back bend a little bit, feel free to do so as long as you're still lifting your ribs up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Scoop that left leg out as you come back into your three-legged dog. So tuck your right toes into the floor. You can stay here, you can bend that left knee towards the right, really opening the left hip. And if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can start to drop that left foot over to the right and open up for Wild Thing. Wherever you are, just feel the strength of your arms, the strength of your legs, and the length of your spine. If you're in Wild Thing, slowly unravel, bring the left hand to the floor. If you're in three-legged dog, bring the foot down, come into a plank. As you exhale, 3 push-ups. 1, remember you can place the knees on the floor. 2, and 3, come all the way down. This time bend your knees and see if you can reach the feet with your hands. Now there's several options here. Option 1, you just grab the outsides of your feet, which is what Ali is going to do. If you want to flip your grip, because you want to also work on your Wheelman and shift your shoulder rotation, you're going to grab the outsides of your feet, but the other way, right? Yeah. And then you're going to flip your arms as you lift up. Yep. Good. Breathe. Make sure that your knees are not going too wide, so try to keep them hips distance or just a little bit wider if you need to. Relax the shoulders down. 2 more breaths. And make sure that your thighs are starting to lift off the floor. And exhale, very softly, bring yourself all the way down. Make a pillow with your hands. Move your body a little side to side. Good. And slowly push yourself back into downward facing dog. Good. If you need to take a few breaths or if you need to take a rest, pause the video, just don't leave. Yeah. Lift your right leg up as you inhale. Knee to your nose as you exhale. Step the right foot forward. But this time keep the knee off the floor and step your left foot a little bit closer to where you can straighten both legs with the heels touching the floor. If this doesn't work for you, you can always place blocks under your hands. Ali doesn't need them, but just so you can see how you do this. And make sure that your hips are square so your left hip is down. Breathe. One more breath here. Now Keep your left hand on the floor, reach your right arm up. Twisted triangle. If you can look up towards your right hand, go ahead and do that. If that's too much on your neck, either look forward or look down. Exhale, bring the hand down. Step that left foot back again. So you're going to start to bend the right knee. Bring the left knee to the floor. And from here, we're going to go into split. So it is important to have blocks or your Harry Potter book if you're not all the way down, because that's what's going to really help you get there. So once again, Zoe is going to go for the full pose. So first press your hips back, come into half split. And then start to scoot the right leg forward for your full split. So if you're not in full split, you can grab the block and place it right under your right hip. And remember, it has 3 heights, 1, 2, and 3. So whichever one works for you. For Allie, I think 2 would be a little bit too easy, right? So we'll bring it to the lowest. And then she can actually rest in that position and lift her chest. Now, if you're super flexible, you can use the block to do an oversplit. So you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to place your heel onto the block. Lift your chest and take 5 deep breaths. Make sure that your left hip is forward. So what you want to try to think about is your pinky toe on the back foot touches the floor. If your big toe is the only part touching the floor, your hip is completely open, and it's not going to be as useful for your movements, your spins, and your spirals. 2 more breaths. Lifting the chest. And as you exhale, start to remove the props that you were using and go into downward facing dog. Keep the block handy. Good. And if you need to take a child's pose in between, obviously go ahead and do that. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Keep the knee off the floor and bring the right foot closer as you straighten both legs and both heels come onto the floor. Remember, if you want to place blocks under your hands, you can. Or if you want to just place the hands on the floor, you also can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right hand stays on the floor and left arm starts to lift as you twist to the left. Try to open up your left shoulder so it's not pulling towards your chin, it's opening away from the chin. Keep the hips nice and square and the heels pressing towards the floor. Once again, if your heels are not fully on the floor, it's not a big deal, it's just the intention of pressing it down. Exhale, bring both hands down. Step that right leg all the way back again, bending the left knee. Right knee comes to the floor, and we prepare for our split. As you exhale, press your hips back into that half split that we practiced earlier. And then start to move your left leg forward, finding your split, keeping the hips square and using that block under your hip. And using a block also helps you see if both of your sides are even or not. I know Allie doesn't need it at all on that side, and on the other side she does. So it's showing you how unbalanced you might be because of skating. But maybe you're even on this, so I can place it. Actually, I can go higher on this side. See? So inhale and exhale. I could probably even go all the way up. See, so that shows you how, yeah, she's really, really flexible, but she's a lot more flexible on one side than the other, which ultimately is not ideal, but hey, we're doing what we can, what we have, right? 3 more breaths. Yeah, hold it, come on. 1 more breath. And exhale, slowly releasing the pose. This time take a child's pose. So the toes come together and the knees are a little bit apart to where your belly is going to be between your thighs. One more breath. Slowly come back up and go into your last downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Now bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Good. Now in lizard, there's several options. Option 1, you stay right there. Option 2, drop the left knee to the floor and keep the arms straight. Option 3, come down to the forearms. And there's also an in-between, I guess it would be 2.5, where you would use your block and place your forearms on top of the block. Pushing the knee towards you, keeping the toes forward here. Good, breathe. Make sure that you're lengthening through the spine so your spine is not rounding. On the next exhale, come back onto your hands. And this time you're going to point your toes to 2 o'clock. So they're opening out. And you're going to bring your right hand onto the inside of the knee. Keep pressing the hips low. Try to keep the shoulders opening out. But my knee, my left knee, would still be on the floor. Good. Now you can stay here, or like Zoe, if you're fairly flexible, you can bend the left knee and grab your foot. And you're trying to bring the foot towards your bum. And you can also always try it, and if you're like, nope, can't reach that, don't. One more breath. And exhale, bring the hand down, release the foot if you grabbed it. And you're going to start to walk your right foot towards your left wrist. Good. What you want to make sure here is that your hips are forward. So once again, my left knee is going to be on the floor and my left pinky toe is going to be aiming towards the floor. You can place, like Ali is doing, a block right under your right hip if your hip doesn't go all the way to the floor. It makes it more comfortable and it makes it go deeper into the stretch. As you inhale, lift your chest a little bit. And as you exhale, come forward into pigeon, trying to reach your belly over your right shin. Breathe. If coming all the way down onto your forehead is a little much, you can always stay on your forearms as well. Take a few deep breaths here, making sure that you're really in the center of your hips. If you have any knee problems, make sure you're flexing your right foot. One more breath. And as you inhale, slowly bringing yourselves up. Once again, if your quads are really tight or your flexibility is not that great, you can stay in this pose. If you want to go a little deeper, start to bend your left knee. And now you have several options. Option number one, you just grab the foot. Actually, option number 1, you stay there. Option number 2, you grab the foot. Option number 3, you go into mermaid. So you bring your foot into your elbow and you try to grab your hands behind your head. Try to square your hips forward. And breathe. And one version is not better than the other, so just do what works for your body. And exhale. If you went into mermaid, bring the arms down. Come to the front of the mat and go into downward dog. Good, lift those hips up. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Remember, whatever option you did on one side, try to do on the other. So we start to even out if we're not even already. So you can drop the right knee to the floor, stay on the hands, come to the forearms, use the block, or that's it. Good, lengthening the spine forward and pressing the leg towards the body. One more breath here. And as you exhale, bring yourselves back onto your hands. Open the left foot towards the left. And bring the left hand to the left knee and twist. Good, breathe. Make sure that you're really rotating from the pelvis all the way to the top of the head. Stay here, or if you want a little bit of a quad stretch, bend the right knee and grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Keep pressing the left knee open. Slowly coming back to center, and start to walk your left foot towards the right wrist. And once again, if you want a little bit of support, place the block in whatever height works for you under your left hip. Lengthen your right leg a lot. Inhale, lifting the chest, expanding through the ribs, and exhale, folding forward into your pigeon. Make sure you're breathing deeply here and allowing your hips to relax. Take one more breath here. And slowly coming up. Lovely. Now remember, if you stayed here in the other side, stay there on this side. Bend your right knee. And you can find your mermaid if you wish. One more breath. And as you exhale, release the leg. Come to the front and bring the left leg back to chest pose. Alright, lovely. Slowly bring yourself up, and we're going to go into frog. So for frog, you're going to bring your knees wider than your mat. If you need to turn, you can. So your knees are actually on the mat, right? And then you want to make sure that your feet are flexed and the knees are at 90 degrees. You can use a block under your forearms and come down to the forearms. Make sure that your belly is not dropping down. Good, and you're going to just breathe here. This is not a comfortable stretch, but it's really, really good. So make sure that you stay with it, and eventually it'll get better. Breathe. And if you can stay in this stretch for, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes, do it. But here, just for the sake of the video, we're just going to stay for a couple more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly bring yourself up to your hands. If you have sensitive knees, the way to come out of this pose is to slowly start to close the feet towards each other till your heels touch, and then slowly bring yourself up, bring the knees together. Good. Alright, from here we're going to lengthen our right leg forward and bring our left foot into our right knee. Bring your right fingertips onto the floor. If you want to, you can place a block below the left knee. Reach your left arm up, and as you exhale, start to reach that left arm towards the right foot. See if you can flex the toes. If you can't grab your foot, it's not a big deal. Just grab somewhere along the leg. Make sure that you're lengthening your spine. So my head is not trying to go towards my knee, but more towards my toes. And these guys have been doing this for over a year now, twice a week. So it's not new to them. That's why it looks so easy. But if you practice consistently, it'll be easy for you too. One more breath. And slowly bring yourselves up. Start to bend the right knee as you grab your right foot with both hands and lift your right leg up. Try to lengthen the spine as much as you can. If you can't grab your foot, you can always grab your ankle. Try to lengthen your spine a lot. One more breath. And exhale, lower that right leg down. And bring the left leg straight. And the right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. Place the block on the other leg. If you used it on the left side. Flex through the left toes. Lift the right arm up as you inhale and reach towards the left foot as you exhale. Good. If you need to micro bend the left knee a little bit to be able to do the stretch without stretching your hamstrings too much, of course you can do that. One more breath. And inhaling slowly, coming up, bend the left knee a little bit as you grab your left foot with both hands. Lengthen through the spine and lift the leg up. And you can really see the difference, especially in the alley between the two sides, because this is her spinning side where she does this. So obviously, you know, repetition, repetition, repetition. On the other side, not so much. And Zoe's slightly more even on both sides. Breathe in. And breathe out, slowly come down. And lay onto your back for our finishing poses, where we're going to do a little bit of back bending. So remember, if you're going a little bit softer on yourself today, follow what Ali is doing. If you're going a little bit crazier, you can do what Zoe's doing. So bring your feet into the floor, the knees are bent. As you inhale, lift your hips up, pressing the arms into the floor. If you want to take it deeper, interlace the fingers behind your back and keep lifting your hips. Otherwise, just press the hands onto the floor. Make sure that your knees are not splaying out. They're still pressing towards each other. That doesn't mean they have to touch. It just means they're not opening out too much. Breathe in. And breathe out, lower down. Now, if you're doing Ali's option, I'm going to give you a relaxing option. If you are doing Zoe's, it's the opposite of relaxing. So if you're doing what Ali is doing, you're going to do a bridge again. This is what we call a bridge in yoga. Inhale, lift your hips. And then you're going to place the block right under your sacrum, and you're going to just literally relax there. Is that in the right place? Yeah. And you can just chill there. If you decided you were going to go crazy today, bring the fingertips towards your shoulders, and as you inhale, breathe in, exhale, push up. You're going to go into what is a wheel in yoga. Make sure that your knees are not pointing out, so close your feet a little bit. Yep. And your chest is pushing towards the back of the room. Breathe wherever you are, whether you're relaxing or not relaxing. And as you exhale, either remove the prop and come down to your back, or lower your chin down, lower your hips down. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. From here, open your arms in a T position. Shift your hips a little bit to the right and drop the knees to the left. It doesn't matter. You can switch. Make sure that your right shoulder is still on the floor. And if this is too much, grab a block, place it under your knees. Stay here from 3 to 5 breaths, or longer if you have the chance. Breathe in, come to the middle. And breathe out, shift your weight. Shift your knees to the right and to the left. This time it's the left shoulder that stays grounded onto the floor. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Good, and we'll come into half happy baby, so lengthen your left leg down. And then you're going to bring the arm through the inside of the leg, grabbing the outside of the foot. And the knee comes towards the right shoulder. If you want to do full happy baby, you can also do that, which is the same pose, both legs at the same time. Exhale, release the right leg. And do the same on the left leg. Pointing the left sole of your foot towards the ceiling. Breathe in. breathe out, release the leg. Extend both legs to the floor. Close your eyes for a few breaths and really allow your body to relax. You can stay in relaxation for as long as feels good for you. But if you want to end the video with us, you can slowly bend the knees, roll onto one side. And then slowly bring yourselves up. And you can be on your way. So thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, there will be more skating videos coming your way, but please leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see, and hopefully you'll see these lovely ladies again. Thank you so much. Oh, also you can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you.